is going on, my friends? Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show. That's right, your nightly dose with the pulse of the world here on WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk, as well as WDJYFM.com and all digital and streaming platforms. I'm so honored and truly thank you for taking out the time out your schedule to stay up to tune into the Arrington Gavin Show. Here on this program, we delve deep into the current events of politics, unravel the thrill of sports, as well as dissect the latest in pop culture and beyond. And on today's show, I'm so excited because I have my bro, my homie, Mr. Joshua Moseley. He is the man that's going to turn me into Dwayne The Rock Johnson. No, I'm not going to go that far. I'm not going to go that far. But as y'all know, I'm very passionate when it comes to healthy living. That doesn't just mean your physical appearance, but also internal appearance as well. So when it comes to taking care of your temple internally and externally, eating right, eating healthy, treating the mind right, just making sure you are fully just taking care of yourself. Because I feel as though, guys, we live in a society where there's so many distractions, so many hiccups and walls and stuff that can lead you on to a dark side. But guess what? As long as you keep yourself focused, keep yourself eating the right foods, getting plenty of rest, just treating yourself right, when enjoying yourself with your friends. That doesn't have to always mean going on a weekend to turn up. No, you could just sit down, have a great conversation with people. And look, that's what we do here on this program. We sit down and we have great conversations. How many times have I said on this program, y'all? Conversations, in my opinion, can take care of 89 or 99.99% of the world's issues with just a simple conversations. So I'm very excited again because I have Mr. Joshua Moseley. Joshua Moseley is a true fitness expert. He is a personal trainer to so many popular figures, man. He's also a person that I look to when it comes to, man, is this am I eating the right stuff? Well, he helps me. But besides being a trainer, man, he's a good friend to my wife and I. We've been very dedicated and we've been hitting the gym. Let me tell you something about Joshua. First of all, I ain't like him the first time. He don't know that, but I ain't like him the first time because this man said, "All right, we're gonna start off with legs." I said, "Huh? We're gonna start what? We gonna start off with what?" He said, "We're gonna start off with legs first." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So you mean like like what we gonna do, like machine, right? He said, "No, we gonna do some squats, right? Just squats with the bar and like nonstop." When I tell you, from start to the end to the finish line, it was squats for days, and I was like, first of all, I was sore at the moment, but them past days afterwards, bruh. I can't say what I want to say, FCC, but yeah, look, my legs was killing me. I mean, I couldn't even get up, y'all. I couldn't even get out the bed. My wife's looking at me all walking all stiff and everything. I'm going to the grocery stores walking worse than some of these older ladies, and they walking like, "Oh, you just got a hip replacement too." I'm like, "No, my legs are just sore, man. My legs." No, Joshua Moseley, that's who did this to me, Joshua Moseley. But you know what though? I'm still hype. I'm getting stronger. I feel I'm sleeping better. My wife and I, we see, results very, very early. So again, I highly recommend y'all need to check out Joshua Moseley. But again, later on in the program, we're going to talk about everything when it comes to healthy living, but we're going to call it fit and focus. Okay. Remember those two words, fit and focus, because when it comes to a healthy lifestyle, the focus aspect is, I think, one of the most challenging parts of healthy living, right? Exercising, eating right. It sounds easy when you first say it, but doing it, man, is a journey, and that's what we're gonna dissect with this conversation, man. Again, I'm very excited to have him on. But before I bring him on, I always have to open up the program for those who are new to this program. Look, we are an unbiased, independent program that is honored to be building up our platform here on WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk, as well as online at WDJYFM.com. So shout out to our fam out there in the metro Atlanta area. Again, you can check us out on all digital and streaming platforms. Do me a favor, subscribe to our YouTube channel, R Smooth Club Media. Okay, the letter R and then Smooth Club Media, as well as for you Rumble subscribers out there, you can just follow the Arrington Gavin Show. Just type in the Arrington Gavin Show. subscribe, follow. We truly appreciate that, as well as on Instagram at the Arrington Gavin Show. So multiple ways you can tune into the program, stay connected, stay up to date, and all the latest latest things. So we truly appreciate that. Also, we could not, and I repeat, we could not do this without our proud supporters and sponsors of the Arrington Gavin Show, like Bernardo's Menswear. My good friend Mr. Bernardo Johnson, he keeps you looking sharp from head to toe, formal, business casual, you name it. He's the guy that you need to go to if you want to up the ante and swag, add a little more swag to your attire. Okay, so if you happen to be rolling in the Hampton Roads, Virginia area, please visit him in person at his store located in the MacArthur Mall. MacArthur Mall, located in the heart of downtown Norfolk, first floor, Bernardo's Menswear. And no worries, if you're not in the Hampton Roads, Virginia area, look, you can go online to his website, www.bernardosmenswear.com. Okay, bernardosmenswear.com. And also, another supporter of the Arrington Gavin Show, Ingenious Gin. That's right, this rose gold, black owned, veteran owned spirit. For all you gin connoisseurs out there, I highly recommend to add this to your collection. Now, look, I'm a bourbon whiskey guy, and I was never, ever into gin. I kid you not. I was not a gin guy until I had Ingenious Gin. So again, I have to shout out my friends Reggie and Lawrence, veterans. It's a great spirit. You can check it. You can grab yourself a bottle, locate it in your nearest spirit stores or ABC stores. And if you can't find it, look, well, guess what? You can go online to ingeniousgin.com, www.ingeniousgin.com, or you can also follow them on all their social medias at Ingenious Gin. Make sure, please drink responsibly. All right, y'all. When we come back, we're going to do a quick commercial break. When we come back, I'll have my guest, my good friend, and the guy that is kicking my butt 24/7 now, trying to live a healthy life, Mr. Joshua Moseley. So don't go anywhere, my friends. We'll be back here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Don't change that dial.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
rugged is the new smooth.
All right, fam. Welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show here on WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk. As I mentioned earlier in the program, I'm excited to have a special guest on today, and hopefully no stranger to this show, Mr. Joshua Moseley, fitness expert. Mr. Joshua Moseley, let's bring him on. Joshua, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing excellent. It's a little bit of delay in the feed, but let's hope we can get past it, man. But I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you. Look, well, I want to start off for our listeners and viewers who are tuning into this program. Give us a little background. Give us a little background about you. What led you to this career in in health and wellness and fitness?
Well, the career part can go second, but I'll speak it first.
Mm,
I just genuinely love exercising and I genuinely love people. My sister seen it more so to combine them than I did.
mm,
I was sitting in Wawa parking lot drinking coffee, ready to go to her reception or rehearsal for her wedding. And as I'm sitting drinking coffee, she says, "Brother, you like the gym that much?" I said, "Yeah, I'm waiting to go trying to find a gym because I was staying in Richmond at the time, and I come down here for her rehearsal." And I'm like, "Yeah, I love the gym a lot." She's like, "Well, why don't you become a personal?" And I immediately cut her off, and I was like, "I don't want to do that. Nope, that's not what I'm into. I love people and all, but I really like exercising. It's just for me." However, I want to tell you, when I was working at, I think it was U Crops at the time,
mm-hmm.
for 6 months straight, she sent me a message. She called me, and she always spoke about. She always sent me some type of information in to work out. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes she wouldn't even call me; she'd send me a video. Sometimes she wouldn't even text me. She'll call. Sometimes she wouldn't call. She'd message, and this
Wow.
what prompted me. She's seen something in me that I didn't see. And now I will tell you, I truly think it was the best career decision that I ever made in my life. And I truly love exercise and I truly love people more so than I ever did today.
Wow. And see, that's so awesome. I think that's very inspiring to up and coming business owners and just people that are trying to find their avenue career wise, because I remember, like, just say, like, a lot of college students are always trying to be like, I don't think I want to do this. Well, I don't want to do this. So let me change my major like my junior year in college, because this is not, because it's very hard. And it doesn't have to be in college. There's people that are in their 50s finding their new career path, right? Or
Yes,
they might have been stuck early on in their age where it's like, okay, look, this pays the bills, this provides for my family, regardless of my true feeling towards this position. Hey, it's a earnest pay. So I'm gonna just keep it like that. But the fact that you are doing something that you love, but the interesting part is that you didn't find it. Someone found it or saw it in you before you saw it in yourself. So Joshua, when did you know that this is what I want to do? Because obviously your sister already noticed it from a long time ago. But when did you know that, okay, this is, I truly love what I'm doing?
when I, before I was getting paid to do it,
Mm-hmm.
I think I was doing it for my friends. And I realized how dedicated they had become. And I realized how impactful that their time with me was. So then I kind of looked at it from that aspect because I told you she was messaging me for 6 months. So at the time when I was kind of going through a little bit of hardship, it started to sink.
Mm,
But it wasn't until I really got one of my first clients, my first paying clients,
mm.
and realized how happy they were when they seen me. Then I realized the impact I can have daily on someone's life. So I can almost change a person's day when they come see me and come exercise. So
Mm.
that right there is, the magnitude of that is just like monumentous alone. That when you come see me for 30 minutes or you come see me for 45 minutes, I get a chance to change your mood, to encourage you and make you better in every aspect of you by a simple conversation and some simple routines and some regimens.
And man, that's so important because, again, we're living in a world where mental health is really starting to be the focus on a lot of people, right? It just, people that go through depression, people that are just in bad moods, you don't know what their story is. The fact of the matter is, I tell people this. Like yourself. I'm a people person. I love people. Like I'm a true extrovert, and I could just walk by a stranger and just hello, how are you, this and that and the other. But sometimes you just don't understand that simple hello, how are you. It makes a huge
Yes.
difference. And then on top of that, you know, tomorrow's never promised for any of us. So why not just, live it up and just enjoy everybody. Enjoy and uplift people, because you will start seeing more clouds open up in a sense, right? As corny
Absolutely.
as you'll see more clouds open up because we're living through some dark times. So I think that's an awesome thing. And look, I've mentioned early in the program, my wife and I are clients of Joshua, but we're also friends. And every time we attend our session, we have a great time, but at the same time, it goes by so fast because we're like, dang, we just did this, we did that, we did this, but we're having fun and in the same time doing it, and we're helping ourselves mentally, spiritually, and just physically too by staying fit. So for that, Joshua, I speak for myself and my wife, we truly thank you, and we're excited to that you are helping us and guiding us through this journey of a new healthy living for the both of us. So I truly
Yeah.
appreciate that.
But
So
no, thank you.
oh no, go ahead, Joshua.
No, man, I just want to thank you, man, because the trust that you have placed in me.
Mm,
So therefore, it holds me a certain standard that I have to bring it every time. And of
mm,
course, some of my traditionals could be, some of my workouts can be
mm,
traditional, basic, casual, and functional exercises, because we don't do a whole bunch of, extraordinary movements.
mm,
But it's the conversation, it's the information, and it's the, like I say, the benefits that you're gaining from exercising. And you elaborate it spiritually, mentally,
mm.
emotionally, physically. These are the things that keep you coming back. And these are the things that are going to change your life in the long run. But like you're getting something from me, I'm also getting something from you. So again, thank you for having me.
Man, I would like to ask Joshua, in your career as a personal trainer, as a fitness guru, have you seen like changes within the industry, like say from the first time you started or got involved in it? Have you started seeing transitionings or just changes within the industry by any chance? Whether it's like, okay, this used to be the best style of exercise and now it's this, or this was the way you wanted to look physically. Have you seen any changes by chance within the industry or any shifts?
I'm not going to say I've seen changes because it's more of an individual thing.
Got you.
Some people come for various reasons. Some
Mhm,
come for functionality. Some
mhm,
come for health benefits. Others come for the aesthetic and the appearance.
mm,
So if you say, does it change daily? It changes daily during the individual.
okay.
One week, someone wants to be slim. Next week, someone wants to be muscular. And this could be the same exact person. Sometimes, sometimes the excitement, oh, I want to do CrossFit. Then they
Mm,
realize a couple weeks in the CrossFit, this is a little bit too intense for me. Then you have
mm,
some that come with me that want to build muscle, but they realize, hey, this is a lot of strain for me. So
mhm,
like it can change on a daily basis. It's all based on individuality. I will say there is one thing that has exploded,
mhm,
if I'm correctly. People like group training because it seems like the camaraderie in the room builds people
mm,
together. So you have people that looking for a dedicated partner, but they can't find one that's a friend or they can't find one that's a cousin. So what they do is they join these groups of people that want to be like them, and they're all loners.
mhm,
Now that these loners get together and form a super PAC, and they go in there and they knock out these fitness classes, and it's quite remarkable to see. You get what I
mhm,
mean? But again, there's times where that kind of fizzles out, and they say, "Well, hey, let me just focus back on myself," because now that they done learned routines and they done learned formation, now they say, "Hey, I can do this myself. I can do this with someone. I can do this with a group. I can just go take a walk on a trail." So, like I say, it can change daily, but I have seen the explosion of fitness groups excel.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Uh, Josh, I want to ask for our listeners and viewers out there, why should we consider, or why should we start inheriting a healthy lifestyle within ourselves, right? Why should we even consider the exercising and eating right? Why do so? Because sometimes we like to eat the food we want to eat. We like to do what we want to do. We don't
Yeah.
want to be told, or we don't have to be like, oh, we got, like, why should we encourage that healthy lifestyle?
Now, there's again numerous reasons. I wish I can
Hmm.
always harp on one, but I can't. So
Hmm.
we could talk about extrinsic and intrinsic values. So
Okay.
extrinsic values is the benefits that's gonna have for your family. You have a wife. You want to be there for your wife. You want the longevity for your wife. If your wife asks you to open a jar by the refrigerator, please open that jar. You might have complications, you know, or just moving furniture in the house or
Mm-hmm.
taking out trash, groceries, whatever. You shouldn't be winded doing those things. You get
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? It should be done almost effortlessly. So this is one reason to work out. These are intrinsic values for your children or for your grandkids to play with them. They want to play. So now if you're fit and you're playing with your kids, guess what they also know? They're more receptive to the information you give them about life because you
Mm-hmm.
have that bond. So that's another reason to get close to people. And then you have those intrinsic values. I had people work out with me, they come off medication. I have people work
Wow.
out for me. They're getting the appearance. They like the way they look. They like the way they feel. So these are a multitude of reasons why you want to exercise. Whether it be for your family, for your friends, for your cousins, the impact you can have on a stranger, the advice you can give. Because
Mm.
sometimes you lead by example. Someone may see you working out at your job or at your facility and don't know you. But maybe one day might say, hey man, where you going at? Here it is, you done impacted a stranger's life because of your dedication to the gym. Now you might build a new friend behind that. And then, like I say, who don't like a good compliment? Who
That's
don't
true.
like when they put on their favorite shirt or they put on their favorite jersey and look in that mirror and says, look at me. You get what I mean? So like you want to have that too.
There's so many things I want to impact of what you just said. The first thing is, okay, the opening the jar. What if the hands I just moisturize? So I can't use that excuse no more. Like, oh, it's the lotion, baby. I can't use that
You
excuse no more.
can, you can, but how many times can you use that? You know
You
how many
you you
times?
you right. You right. I can't say, look, it's the winter. I had to moisturize it, but it's hot outside. What you talking about? It ain't the winter. So okay,
Exactly.
okay, okay. Darn it. Well, I can't do that one. So can't use that excuse. The second thing I wanted to throw in or mention, um, when you said lead by example, especially for for parents with children, right? Leading by example in the Black community. For those who are listening right now, Joshua is an African American male. For those who are watching, you obviously can see his physical appearance. You can see his arms coming through the screen right now as we speak, y'all. But but we are men of color, and in our community, our upbringing is around sodium. Now we're very active individuals. That's one thing. We are blessed with athleticism, but we come from bad dieting, right? And if our parent, if no one is exercising within we follow that trend, and now it's like we inherit those bad habits. We inherit the health, the bad health, right? We inherit the diabetes, the sugar, the cholesterol, you name it, we inherit that stuff. So for that, I definitely agree with you, as far as leading by example. um I think now, and this is for, like, for all households, we live in a very tech savvy world. Video games is an
Yes.
addiction. Okay.
Yes.
So you kind of pull away from the staying active outside, hanging out with children, things in that nature. What can you at least recommend for those who are listening, parents that are probably like saying, look, I want to encourage some healthy habits, some active things within my house. So what are some tips or any suggestions you would like to suggest to those individuals?
Like people can see exercise as almost boredom or see it as a pain or as hurt. So what you want to do is come up with fun activities that
Mm,
keep you exercising. So let's talk about, in Virginia Beach, they have something called Ocean Breeze, and you have the
hmm.
wave pool. Go swimming, go tread the water, go do something with your family that keeps them engaged. Swimming is one of the most strenuous exercise you can do, and it hits every single muscle in your body. And
Hmm.
that's you don't even have to swim. You can go out there and play in the water. You get what I mean? We can go basketball. Let's do basketball. We know everybody likes to shoot hoops. We're watching Kyrie Irving. We're watching LeBron James. You can entice the kids. Hey, how you like LeBron? Well, let me go see if you know some of his moves. That's how you can entice the
Mm,
kids.
mm.
So then, of course, football season is coming up. The new game, the college football game just came out. Everybody's on it. You get what I mean? So now
Yeah.
that's another way to get a kid. Hey, I see you playing the game in sports, but can you throw a football in real life?
Mm-hmm.
So just little things like that can keep a kid engaged, or fun games like old school games. What about hopscotch? People lost that art.
Ooh, that
Growing up,
double dutching. What? That double
uh,
dutching?
lost that art. But like I say, just of course, I'm never going to say take the kids off the video games, because this helps
Mm-hmm.
occupies their mind too. This helps fire different receptors in their minds. But of
Mm-hmm.
course, you have to get them off the game too, because of physical activity, because of
Mm-hmm.
things that we could talk about, mobility, functionality, lights in the game and things of that nature. So you do have to pull them off a little bit, but you want to pull them off with something that they're excited about. So it's good to ask questions to the children. What would you like to do? They might say, I don't want to do nothing. Well, guess what? Now it's time to go to that water park. Hey, well, we're going to a water park. Hey, we're going on a nature trail. Hey, we're going to go walk. We're going to go picnic. We're going to the beach, and kind of introduce little activities they may not know they're interested in, that you grew up on, because you know how to do them already.
Man, that's so interesting that you say you say all that, because what I'm hearing is there's exercise involved in a lot of things that people don't realize. And I'm gonna bring this on a little later on in the program, but really misconceptions that a lot of people come across, right, when it comes to exercising. I want to impact that a little later on, but I kind of want to dive more within uh 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 you know the movement when it comes to trails, exercises, things in that nature. Is it is it sometimes difficult, and again, I'm speaking to my black people, but we don't discriminate on this program, but I'm speaking, right now in the black community. Is it a culture thing why we never can think of doing something like a nature walk, or a trail, and think, or doing, or going to beaches, or going to, what I mean? Like, I feel as though, depending on culturally related things, or not even this, that your surroundings, your surroundings, whatever you're nearby. If you're in a city, or if you're in the country, I know people that live in the country might rely more on nature things. Hey, we play outside. We don't have certain things, but I'm kind of rambling right now. But I want to go back to the nature walk, for those who don't realize that those are actually simple movements. I mean, a lot of people will say, do I have to go to the gym in order to exercise? Do I have to do this in order to really get good? What would you say for people that are kind of confused, or just saying, what should I do? What's a good startup? What's a good way to start getting active? What is something simple I can start doing, do it consistently, and then kind of gradually work my way on doing something more advanced, like go to the gym?
Okay, so we're gonna start, because I'm from this area,
Hmm.
and we're close to the beach.
Okay.
Go for a walk on the beach. You know, you can do it as, of course, as we're adults. We can do it as a date. Okay,
Hmm.
we can do it as, take the kids out, let them build castles, or take the kids out. Let's walk them down the street. And for those that don't have a beach, hey, let's take a day where we set our cell phones down and spend time as a family, and go to the park, and let them
Mm.
get on slides and swings, and just to experience that little, because usually all neighborhoods have a park. It takes
Mm.
exercise to climb up a ladder. It takes muscles to go down a slide. It takes muscles to chase. Freeze tag. I remember back in the day, we used to love freeze tag. You get what I mean? So, like, us as parents, introducing those games we used to play can help the kids get out. And then
Mm.
let's say for the new school parents that don't know about freeze tag or something like that. Like I say, just hey, let's get on the bikes.
Hmm.
Everybody know about a bike. Get on a bike. Ride the bike. Or like I say, let's go shoot basketball. Let's go to football, frisbees, jump rope. You wanted to just try to something simple to introduce them into working out. And there's one thing now that I wish I was taught a long time ago, that I
Hmm.
do for all the children now. We watching Shakari Richardson run track.
Hmm.
We're watching Usain Bolt back in the day break records. We're watching these young athletes sit here and conquer the world. Now we know monetary gains have people wanting to be better. So now, when I introduce those kids that are playing sports, you have a chance to impact the world and make money because you're fast.
Mm.
You don't know your skills yet until you try. You want to go to college? People want to go to college. I try to tell the kids now, go to college. You can get there on a scholarship, playing a sport. So now I have them intrigued, at least thinking about getting inside of a sport to get into college. Simple things like that can cause a child to the emphasis you put on sports and scholarships and how it can change your life, and getting a Nike contract by Nike or getting a chance to make some type of revenue, because we know all of us are driven by revenue.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Having an element of that can also spur a child to be better at whatever they do as far as sports wise, or picking up a hobby that has something to do with exercising.
I love it. I love it. Well, look, Joshua, don't go anywhere. We're going to do a quick commercial break. We'll come back here more with fitness expert Joshua Moseley here on the Arrington Gavin Show on WDJY 99.1 FM. Straight talk. Don't go anywhere, my friends.
Order your beard care products with Rugged Evolution. We're your local beard care line that supports the maintenance of your full, mature beard. Our line includes conditioning shampoos, moisturizers, balms, oils, shaving lotions, and exfoliating soaps. These products moisturize, hydrate, nourish, and have all the natural ingredients for a healthy beard. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. And remember,
Rugged is the new smooth.
All right, my friends, welcome back, welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. I'm your host, Arrington Gavin. Joining me is fitness expert Joshua Moseley. We're having a great conversation when it comes to healthy living, staying active, eating the right foods, changing different narratives, especially for us in the African American community, because we want to make sure we continue to add more years to your life and not erase years out of your life. And that's for everybody, y'all. That's for everybody. But as you know, I always got to speak with our people first and foremost, and then the rest of you folks, because I love everybody here on this show. I love everybody. But look, let's get it going, Joshua. I want to talk about some fitness myths and misconceptions that we all hear, and we just assume when it comes to fitness. So first and foremost, heavy lifting. One thing I always notice, and I'm a guy that I'm always nosy if I'm in the gym by myself, and I will see a person that might not physically look fit or has that look of like, what do I do here? But yet the first thing they do is they want to grab the heaviest thing and like, and form and everything is bad. Why is it that in our mind, especially as men, it's like, okay, we have to lift heavy. Like that's our first thing we want to do. Not no warm up, but heavy lifting. Why is that, man?
The mentality, the way the world speaks, is like, because it's almost like I'm gonna get scientific real quick. If you're in the room with a whole bunch of guys, guess what happens to your testosterone level? It spikes. That's science. It's because it's a dominant thing. It's a how am I perceived thing. Egotistic is to be simple with it. That's why guys
talk to us, man. Talk to us.
I can do what you're doing. I can do more than what you can do. But we have to remove that away, because that's how injuries happen. That's how people, become demoralized by comparing themselves to others. There's no need to self-sabotage. Pick you some good, comfortable weights, get you some good sets. And the conversation that I've had with you and I've had with other clients is, look in the mirror. You're your only competition. Only thing you have to do is beat that person every day, and you're already successful. That's all that matters.
Wow. Okay. Let me look at another one. I have a little list of misconceptions that we have. Okay, let's say, what is the the best time to work out? I hear a lot that, oh, mornings are good. No, evenings are good. No, midday is lunchtime is good. What is a great, like the ideal time as an expert like yourself? What can you recommend as a great time to exercise or go to the gym? What's the perfect time?
Okay, so let me give you two things.
Okay.
From what I've seen in the NBA, they say the West Coast teams are more potent is because they train later. That's what I have heard. So
Okay.
they're using that science that they're saying later. However, as men or even early in the morning, it's kind of easier to get it out the way because you have your whole day. You don't want to go through your whole day working and then come home and think you're going to work out. You might be exhausted. You might
Mm-hmm.
not make it. Everybody doesn't have the same resilience.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all, again, individual based. How do you feel when you get up? How do you feel before you go to bed? Because everybody clock their metabolism is ran different.
Mm.
Everybody has different conditions. Everybody has a different diet. The person that eats vegetables may have more energy in the morning time compared to later in the day. Someone that eats a hearty breakfast may feel like, hey, I need to go in the noontime because I just ate my breakfast. Someone that has a busy work schedule may say, hey, let me go get my day knocked out in the gym first and then go subdue my busy business schedule. So these are things that are scientifically said, but science changes all the time. So
Very true.
scientifically said, they say, hey, later in the evening is good. I go in the morning time because I like to get mines out the way. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I can focus more. There's less people in the gym. I'm more adamant. I have the most energy in the morning. That's me. But like I said, it varies from person to person.
Okay. What about when it comes to stretching, right? Is it true that does stretching prevent injuries? Well, does it prevent injuries, and is it smarter to do, or the best way to stretch before, or is it better to stretch after a workout,
Now,
or both?
Arnold Schwarzenegger says, Arnold Schwarzenegger said, stretch before and after every workout.
Okay.
And we all know the Arnold Schwarzenegger, for those who don't know, of course, is Terminator. Because I actually
Mm-hmm.
quoted his name the other day and no one knew who he was. So I'll tell you, the guy who played in Terminator, the guy who was Mr. Olympian,
Mm-hmm.
he said stretch before and after. He had wrote a book. And it is good because if you stretch before, what happens is your muscles are already tense and relaxed at the same time. It's kind of like a kind of intuitive balance between your muscles. You're relaxed, but they're stiff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to stretch them to warm them up, and then work out. And then after you finish, stretch them out, because what happens after you finish working out and you stretch, you expand your muscles,
Mm-hmm.
improving blood flow, and you also can alleviate soreness. So if
Mm.
you stretch after you work out, there's a chance that the severity of your soreness will lessen. In comparison, if you were to do legs, unfortunately, we know we had you do legs that first time,
Don't
and you
remind
didn't
me.
stretch
Don't
at
remind me,
all.
Joshua. Don't remind me.
And yet they'll lock up on you. You get what I mean? So I
Mm-hmm.
always, if you say, I make sure I do a moderate stretch in the beginning and a moderate stretch at the end. So it's no more than 7 minutes, no more than 5 to 7 minutes stretch on both ends, just to make sure I get that stretch in. And again, it helps with mobility, it helps with flexibility, because there's no need to be strong and be stiff.
Mm.
So you want to definitely make sure you stretch. And like I say, it does help the blood flow. It does help prevent injuries, because if you go in there, if you, let's say you go squat, or let's say you go lift weights and you haven't stretched, your tendon isn't warm. So now you're shocking your tendon. So this is why it's important to stretch before and after.
Okay, okay. What about one thing I'm always curious to ask is when age limits, right? What is a great age for? Because are you ever like too old to go to the gym, right? I mean, there's people that are 100 years old that will still be in at the or should they like kind of be still and go just to the walk in this and that, or should they still keep it like does the gym have age limits? Are you too young to be in the gym? Are you too old to be in the gym?
I see now, like, social media has prompted, like, of course, young kids lifting weights and things of that nature.
Hmm.
Now, if you say, Josh, would you put your son under weights? Me, I will be very cautious because I know that after a time that the cartilage deteriorates after a time that you
Mm,
have to be very mindful about your bones and your ligaments and your cartilage and all these things that work together. So at a young age, if they can manage something that their body weight. So I will like me, I used to wrestle with my
wow.
friends, just wrestle. And believe me, I used to wake up the next day sore. So I do believe some introduction of weight early in a
Hmm.
child is good because it can help improve muscle development.
Mm,
Now, if you talk about age limits, now the science has after the age of 45, every 10 years, your body decreases, muscle mass decreases 10%. So, of course, let's go 45 to 55, 55 to 65, 65 to 75. That's a 30% decrease. But they
wow.
said if you work out after 45, there's a chance that you never lose any muscle and you possibly can improve. So I would say there's not an age limit. There's
Hmm.
not, just be very mindful of form, strenuous, intensity. They the things you want to moderate in your working out. Because I used to take time off, 2 days, 3 days. One time I used to take 3 months off, but I realized every time I came back, it got harder. Now that I
Mm,
have gotten older and I found that pace in the middle, perfect. Perfect pace. My joints feel good. My body's changing still. I just feel better mentally and emotionally.
hmm.
So I will tell you, like for those that are older, still go to the gym. Just be very mindful. Form, because you don't want to get injured. And you're more susceptible to injury at a later age than you are at an earlier one.
I'm glad you talked about as far as the break period because that was actually one of the questions that I wanted to bring up was as far as treating the body, right? What is a good a good length of time in and with your expertise to say take a break from the gym? Because before I was with you, Josh, and I admit it, I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's been some months. It's been like I really, and I was mad at myself because I knew what I was capable of doing. It's just for one, the time management is huge, especially for for our listeners out there that are business owners and or that just works in general. That time management is a struggle. You always want to have a great a schedule in plan where it's like, okay, look, around this time I'm giving either 30 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour of hey, I gotta stay active, I gotta take care of myself and not just skip over that. Because for me, I said, well, it's okay, I'll do it tomorrow. It's okay. I can take a few days off. It's okay. And then those few days, it extended. It extended, and I never got to it, man. And I was mad at myself because, like I said, when I was in college, man, I was dedicated. But it was a different Arrington. It was an unemployed Arrington that was trying to get some compliments by the ladies, right? I was,
Yeah.
it was a way I can socialize with my other classmates and things of that nature. So when it comes to taking a breather from the gym though, because I'm assuming it is important to get good
Yes.
rest when what do you think is a good time length, a good break period from the gym in your opinion?
Okay, so I will say this first. Your rest is as important as your workout.
Mm, mm,
So it is essential that you rest. I work out Monday through Friday, but I take Saturday and Sundays off. I actually call it repair and restore. So come Monday through Friday, I work about an hour and a half almost each day. Saturday, I don't do anything. I just make sure I eat healthy and things of that nature. May have me a cheat meal or so. You get what I
mm-hmm,
mean? And then like I just take those. I make sure I take those 2 days off. Now, if you
mm-hmm,
say, "Josh, is that all you do?" No, because there's times where if you work out for 3 months at a time, you may need 5 days off. If you work out
mm-hmm.
for 6 months at a time, you may need a week off. Now, bodybuilders, they take up to 3 months off, but that's because they're putting their body under so much pressure with diet and
Mm,
cutting and weight loss and, basically filtering out their system because of the things they put in there to get them how they are. So they take
yeah.
3 months off. But I will tell you this ever since, and I think it's been about 6 years. I want to say 6 years. I'm going to even go down to 5. I have not taken more than 2 weeks off in a row. And I will tell you what this has done to me. My muscle has improved. I feel better about myself, but you got to ask a question. How do you do it? It's
Mm,
the moderate. Do not go in the gym and overstimulate. Do not go in the gym and overcompensate and work out hard, because if you do it, you're not going to go back. If you do it, you're not going to feel like working out. Your job is to get acclimated to a median workout schedule where you feel just good about going in the gym. And you don't, if you got to go to the gym every day and you have to say, man, I don't feel like going, you may be going too hard. You might
Mm,
need to slack back 15 minutes and you will catch yourself ready to go to the gym the next day. And so that's when you implement those 2 days off, those 3 days off. So I'll work out. Sometimes I'll work out Monday through Wednesday. And then I say, well, let me take four. Let me take four. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, back Monday. Then I work out Monday through Friday, take my 2 days. Some days, and then it depends. I say universe to give you a sign too. Because if you have to handle your business, if you have to
mhm,
handle your children, if you have to handle your wife, take those days, because
mm,
that's just the universe saying, hey, give yourself a break. So I look at it as that too. So there's times I take periods off when of course I'm busy, and don't feel
mhm.
bad about it. Just get back in the gym when you can.
Okay, okay. Now I heard you mention about cheap meals. Now I've struggled with that, just a cheap meal. What about a day? What about a weekend? I mean, come on, Joshua. Like it's hard out here in these streets. Like
Now, a cheat meal is for your consistency. It's like your reward. You get what I
okay.
mean? And I will tell you this: you cannot like straight abstain from sugar, because if you do, what's going to happen when you first get that hint of sugar again? You're going to overindulge and you might not want to let it go. This is why a
Mm,
cheat meal ensue. The cheat meal is I'm a diet all week, and when I eat my sugar or when I eat my pasta, what you're telling your body is, I'm not going to starve you of this, but I'm only going to feed you in moderation. I'm only going to feed you in tolerance, just to let
mm,
your body know I'm not giving up on you. I'm going to give you what you need. So you have to have a cheat meal. Now a cheat day, now a cheat week. Please tell me you don't worked out for 8 months straight and ain't take nothing but 2 days off each week. You get what I'm saying? Now that's different. you know, Hey man, I'm gonna tell. Hey, look, if you with me, if you've been training with me for a year, and you're like you haven't took, it's 365 days in a year, and let's say you took, it's 52 weeks, so 52 times two is 100 and like 15, 120. Man, if you're gonna do that, look, 4 days, man, go to Las Vegas to all you eat buffets, man. I'll see you the next
ah,
time. But if you're going to take those days where you're not going to work out and you're not going to be as consistent and you can't afford cheat days. You can't
mm,
afford a cheap weekend, because your body has to feel the reduction of sugar and salt and stuff like that. So your recomposition can happen. Your body can only recomposition if you feed it well and work out well and be consistent at both. Diet is half the battle in the kitchen. Some people will say it's the hardest thing to do, because it's true. We do this thing called comfort eating. We're not having
mm.
a good day. Let me go get what I want. We're not
What?
having a good.
What?
What you put in your mouth, and you have the revenue to do it, you're always going to put in something in your mouth that you like. So that's why it's comforting. If you need something to comfort you, you're going to pick something. You just had a bad day at work. Yeah, you want to eat some ice cream. That's what you can control.
It's
But
true.
that's why you have to get your mindset to working out consistently. So when you have a day like that, you're not going to feel bad about having that slice of pizza. You're not going to
Mm.
feel bad about having a ice cream Snicker bar, because I like ice cream Snicker bars.
Let
So
me
you're not
tell
going
you
to feel
something.
bad
You
about that.
started. Why I don't know why you brought that up, Joshua, because I go ham on them. Let me tell you something. I haven't had them in a long time, but I go ham on the ice cream sticker bars.
Yep. So I had some, and one weekend, I ate like one on a Saturday, and then like the next weekend, I made ate one on a Saturday and a Sunday. But throughout the week, I didn't eat it. You get what I mean? Because I had to
Mm,
find that. You still have to find that balance. And I work out religiously. I mean, Monday through Friday. And I still have to say, no, I can't. I still have to say no. Because if you eat too late, it's going to show up in your stomach. If you eat too much sugar, it's going to show up in your exercise. Because if you eat a lot of sugar, what happens is what sugar does, it goes and infiltrates your muscle. When you overexert your muscle, when you take in sugar, it flows into your bloodstream, and it can make you feel sick. It can make you feel winded. It can make you feel nauseous. That's why
wow.
sugar
Wow.
isn't good on strenuous workouts.
Okay. 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 Well, look, I have a couple more questions. I was looking at my time right here. First thing I gotta acknowledge. So my mother is, and I hate to kind of put on the spot, but my mother will let you know she refuses to exercise. That ain't gonna happen. No. But she does eat right. She's very strict. She's very strict on her dieting. But I always tell her, Ma, you gotta do something. You gotta, whether you're on the recumbent bike, watching a TV show, like what can you, as an expert, coming from an expert, Joshua, like what's a good way I can kind of motivate a woman who is, I'm not gonna give her age, but just say, she's like, look, I've done lived this long. I do not exercise. I'm good. I'll eat right, but I'm not gonna exercise. How can I try to motivate her to, like, come on, let's, try it out.
That's a tough question, because when people get into that age where they're fine,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of hard to convince them. Like
Mm.
that's very hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the hardest things I can. Now, we can use the fear tactic, but it's a real
Okay.
tactic.
Mm-hmm.
They said that when you when you work out, you release chemicals,
Mm-hmm.
testosterone, endorphins, dopamines, serotonins. These are anti-aging hormones. They
Mm-hmm.
help your body. They help your body. They help you
Mm-hmm.
feel healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is stated that those that didn't exercise, early stages of dementia, early stages of Alzheimer's, from
Mm-hmm.
prohibiting from not exercising. They
Wow.
did it, and
Wow.
then they did another documentary, when people changed their diet and exercise, and actually improved their motor skills and their cortex, and the synapses firing off by
Mm.
exercise, and actually potentially reversed the onset of dementia and Alzheimer's. So you can use that as ammo. But some people just are comfortable. So you might want to introduce a game, patty cake. She probably knows that game. You might that's something you can introduce. Get her something where she can sit down and sit something. Hey, mom, because they have a thing now where you can sit down on the floor in front of any
Mm-hmm.
chair, just wind your feet up. They have that
Okay.
now.
Okay.
So you can introduce something like that, or no, introduce her to a good outing, just to get her to walk back and forth. You get
Gotcha.
what I
Gotcha.
mean?
Gotcha.
So like, they're like the best things you can do, or bring that grandbaby home. Hey, you gonna watch this baby? Let him chase the baby.
Look. Okay, so we're gonna move on to another. We're gonna move on to another question on that. On that note, well, stop it right there. Look, I hope y'all enjoyed Joshua. Bye, Joshua. Bye. No, I'm messing with you, man. So, look, last question I want to bring on. I see we have coming down to a close on our time, but I really want to bring up this question about obesity. Right, obesity is probably one of the most difficult things that occur in our country. It's something that has, I wouldn't even say it's lowered. I feel like it's up and down in a sense. Obesity is involved with children. It's involved with older people. I mean, eating is a drug, and I think people don't really pay attention at that, because when you hear the word drugs, you think of this, the actual drugs, stronger things like that, or pharmaceutical drugs. They think of pill form drugs, but they don't think of food. What they actually have in front of themselves on the table is a drug. I want to ask you, man, do you think the country should be a little more aggressive? And I hate to use this word because I'm not a fan of it, but almost censor certain um you know I don't know, fast food chains, or just people that promote and make their most of their money off of, say, like, eating the most unhealthy things, or like, big eating competitions, or challenges and things like that. Because I love the show Man versus Food, right? I love watching Nathan's hot dog eating competition, but I'm like, for those who are really struggling when it comes to eating, like, we're promoting this, in a sense, we're promoting this this drug right now. What's your take? Do you think they should kind of lower the entertainment value on it, and really just pay more attention of, look, y'all, let's be real here. This is not good for your bodies. This is not good in in messaging, in a sense, for people that might be struggling with food.
So what I would say is, like, when you play the video game, you have a warning label that says, "Hey, be cautious that these flashing lights could cause epilepsy or seizure." And then you
Mm-hmm.
have
Mm-hmm.
other stuff that are on the warning, like you have warning stuff when you pick up a new uh, clippers. It might say,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, make sure you adjust clippers right." This. I believe those sensors should be placed on competitions as well.
Mm.
Something that lets the because it's really competitions are for entertainment.
Yeah.
They're not for a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those guys may have to train to get like that. But for those that are just normal people that just like to watch, maybe they should place a label before the competition. Hey,
Yeah.
this is for entertainment purposes only. So enjoy the competition, but know that this could cause some type of small segment to
Yeah.
let the viewer know, hey, this is just for entertainment. And then we talk about fast food chains. Now, the fast food chains, like I say, we people eat because what's comfortable. Some people eat
Mm-hmm.
because it's quick. You get what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So only thing we can do as people is warn each other. Hey,
Absolutely.
enjoy McDonald's. There's nothing wrong with the McDonald's burger every blue moon. But
Mm-hmm.
hey, still be cautious because your health. Go home and eat fresh greens and fresh veggies. Now that's what we have to be like self promoters of that because these are $1 billion industries. They have to make some type of revenue or money, and
Very true.
these industries that do make this type of money, they're also in other businesses too that help the community. So they do donations, they do charitable work, they do. Even though I know they make mega millions and billions of dollars, they do pour inside the community in some capacity. So like the some of the revenue they make is kind of good for them. But like I say, should some things come with warnings? I mean, look, you don't have to promote it. Put it in the bag.
Yeah.
Maybe you
Yeah.
don't want to do it on a commercial, but put it in the bag. Hey, this could lead to XYZ. Just to give
That
the
could
people a better chance and a better that way you're still promoting yourself, but you're also letting those know. Hey, when you purchase this is what you're getting into. Just be cautious, enjoy your meal, but at a moderate pace.
I truly, agree 100%. And I truly appreciate, Joshua, all the great insight you've brought to myself and the listeners here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Before you go, how can people continue to follow you and just tune in? If they want to contact you, man, how can people get in touch with you if they have more questions outside this show? Social medias, give it to us. Give it to
All
us.
right, so I am on Facebook, and you can reach out at Joshua Moseley. Moseley will be spelled Moseley. Joshua is very simple. I am from the Bible. Thank God and thank Jesus. With that, and then also I have an Instagram page which is called Sundone One, which is SUNDONWON Sundone One, and you can reach out to me through any of those platforms. There's more so like I don't really have a lot of workout content there. It's more so like family content there.
Mm.
But if you want to reach out, you can just hit me up on those two platforms, and I have no problem answering questions or anything of that nature, or even come on and come get with me with the personal training, and I will make your legs sore like yours was at that moment. Because you ain't never.
I don't have legs at this point right now.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just sitting down 24/7.
Well, guess what, man? I'll be glad to see you tomorrow. We can fix that for you.
All righty, y'all. Well, Joshua, look, don't go anywhere, my friend. We're gonna chop it up a little bit after the show, but I want to thank you again for taking the time out your schedule to talk with us here on the Arrington Gavin Show. You are always welcome, and you always have a platform here to share. So I truly appreciate it, my friend. You take care, but don't go anywhere though.
All right, I got you.
All right, ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed another great and exciting conversation here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Again, I want to thank you all for tuning in to tonight's episode of the Arrington Gavin Show here on WDJY 99.1 FM. So far, we've explored the depths of current events, dissected the headlines, and shared moments of insight and inspiration. As we wrap up, remember to subscribe to our podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts from. Also, our YouTube channel, Rumble as well, and follow us again on Instagram at the Arrington Gavin Show, where you can stay connected and continue the conversation. Again, join us weeknights at 11 p.m. That's right, 11 p.m. here on WDJY 99.1 FM, Straight Talk, as well as WDJYFM.com. Look, see you next time. Y'all take care. God bless. Look, I'm out. I gotta go work out now after that. All that inspiration I just received, I gotta go exercise. Look, I gotta put down my burger right now and I got to go exercise. So look, y'all take care, stay blessed. I'll see you next time here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Peace.